iPhone users are kind of like try to be like bougie people, in crowd type people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I'm saying, man.
You about to step on the toe.
From the black women I see, they don't have that patience like that. You know what I'm saying? But white women, they'll take it on the chin.
Well, okay. Well, this is.
Any of y'all got the Trump Bible?
Or the shoes.
The man selling. The man. Let me tell you about Trump. One thing about Trump, he's a hustler, man. That boy Trump is a hustler. He will sell anything. A shoe, a stamp, a 3-cent lamp.
He naked. He took everything from me. I went from a place of living a life like this to oatmeal cookies.
No child born out of my loins will ever be born to poverty. That's what I'm working on right now. As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me fly.
And welcome back to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. Y'all, welcome back. The things that we turn around. Well, the names of a change and we've been around. Y'all remember that song? But anyway, y'all, welcome back to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. It is Tuesday, a little after 7 o'clock p.m. I am your boy R to the L, and she's your girl who?
Jenny.
From the block. What's up, Jenny? What's going on?
Oh, gosh, what is not going on?
You tell me this.
Just winding it down, like for the end of this year.
So how your day been?
It was busy, as always. This time of year is just hectic. There's so many activities happening to get ready to wrap up a school year. So
yeah, what letter y'all on?
We're on the letter P for tomorrow.
P. Y'all on P for tomorrow?
So
tomorrow is P.
Is the letter P. So we're wearing pajamas. So I'll be wearing pajamas, y'all, when I walk out the house in the morning.
Okay.
I ain't got to get dressed. I just got to roll out the bed.
I start to say something.
Don't do it.
Well, listen. So today we got a little. What we got lined up for today?
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day special.
Yes.
Today is a Mother's Day special, y'all. This is Mother's Day. I thought Mother's Day used to be coming around like the last weekend.
No.
It seemed like everything like inching up, like
true.
Every holiday is like earlier
like Easter,
than
all of that.
Easter, yeah, all that stuff like earlier than it used to be. It used to be like late in the month. Now they're like they getting it over with, they getting it in, baby. They're trying to get the economy started. Let's say Trump messing it up, so we got to get this economy started. We need some people to buy some flour, some chocolate. We need them folks to be filling up these restaurants and stuff. So today, y'all, we're gonna have a Mother's Day special today, man. All things Mother's Day. We may ask a question about Mother's Day and mothers, and
got a lot of great questions.
A lot of good questions. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, and to me, I hope I don't get a little emotional. See, I'm all choked up right there. See what I'm saying? I hope I don't get emotional this show. I invited some people, man. Some who still have their mothers with them, and some who mothers gone on, be with the Lord. And I'm in that category now. I have that new reality now. You know what I'm saying? And some of the guys, some of you, I don't know if it was. I don't think it was fun to say welcome to the Motherless Son Club.
What?
I didn't know that was a but I don't think they meant no harm by it. It was just some guys who also lost their mother.
Mom. Yeah,
they lost their mom, and I guess now I have their reality. Saturday I did friend of mine's mom's funeral. And I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get through it. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get through it.
But you did.
But I did. And the reason why I thought I didn't think I was gonna get through it because it was the first time I ever sang for someone. I've sung songs for people's mother before, but it was the first time that I was singing for someone's mother. That now that I've lost my mother,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can relate now.
Yeah, I could really relate to what I was singing. Right. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? I kind of, you kind of feel somebody when they lose a loved one, no matter who that person is. But when you sing with someone's mother, it's a different feeling.
Yes, it is.
Now that you have your mother's gone, and after that, what people were saying though.
Wow. So a lot of the responses were, it was very spiritual. I've never heard you sing like that before. This is the new you, and it was just like it was felt like in a way that was very deep and emotional and touching, like on a spirit level. So and we had a conversation about it beforehand, and I told you, I said, this is your gift. You help people, not just with the ability of your vocal skills, but just it's a spiritual healing that you that comes through when you sing, and that's what it's all about. And I was just telling you that that's what it's all about, and just so happened that all of that was confirmed after the funeral. So
yeah. So, but what people didn't know, I was really, it was, I really felt something myself singing up there, like
that's
because
all. I felt
it had no meaning to me, and I guess people didn't understand that I had to get that from another place. You know what I'm saying? I did, that wasn't Robert, that wasn't Lamar. I had to get that from another place. So we got some guests coming on, man. Some who's have that same situation. I always want to talk to other people. Because sometimes I'll be by myself and I'll be thinking, I don't know what I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all some good Matildas, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know what it feels like.
You know what I'm saying?
Just while you were talking, I went back and I had a memory of my mom's funeral, and I haven't felt that in a long time, and it just hit me just now. Yeah.
Let me get my folks up in this thing, man. She waiting patiently.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, Life.
Hey, Life. Can't hear.
It might be someone out here.
No. Can you hear me now?
There you go. How you doing?
I'm great. How you guys doing?
Good. Good to see you.
God's been good.
Yes, all is well.
Can't complain at all.
Oh, absolutely. Can't do no complaining. I always
Yeah,
say
we
no.
were just go ahead. I'm gonna try not to cut you off.
Don't nobody want to hear the complaining, Robert. We might as well keep it to ourselves. You feel what I'm saying?
I know, right?
They ask you how you doing. They really don't want to know. They just want to say that. You know what I'm saying?
They just don't want to know, huh?
They just don't want to know it for real. They don't want to know.
But it's good to have you back. It's good to have you back. Let everybody know what you do, who you is, and what you do, girl.
Okay, that's what's up. What's up, everybody? It's good to be back. Yes, my name is Life Journey. I'm an author of a self-published memoir. It's on Amazon. You can check it out. It's called The Purple Rose: Pain, Passion, and Purpose. I'm sorry. And then also, I'm a host of a podcast myself that's called The Echoes of Life podcast. I just recently did a new episode called Breaking Generational Cycles, which is an amazing episode, and it's actually coming in different parts. But I have two episodes in between, so once I drop those two, I'll have part two of Breaking Generational Cycles. It's so much to unpack with that Breaking Generational Cycles. It's a lot of elements to that.
And I'm gonna tell y'all. I you know how you a lot of people tell me, oh, I'll be checking you out. I religiously listen. I have listened to all of her podcasts, and some I listened to twice and 3 times.
Yes,
One of the last one together.
Yeah, we had started listening to it. It's a little bit longer than the regular one, so we didn't have time to finish.
Yeah, you had to break that one up in little pieces.
Yeah.
You're right.
But one of the questions that I asked last week, it derived from her. Something that, holding on to stuff that don't serve you.
Yes.
And I got that one. That was one of her podcasts. No, right? That was one of your podcasts where you had something.
It was one of the actual shows that I did. It was
one of the topics on your show.
Yeah, one of the topics, letting go of things that no longer serve.
That no longer serve you. And I used that in the context of talking about Shannon Sharp. He was holding on to something that didn't serve him no more, and it
Oh,
cost him.
absolutely. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. It had everything to do with his ego. It had everything to do
Oh
with
my
his
goodness.
ego. 100%. It about to cost him $50 million. You
$50
understand
million
me?
Mm,
dollars.
A hundred
mm.
Yeah.
percent.
So
A
listen,
hundred
y'all,
percent.
y'all like this show, and please share it to your share this show to your favorite group, a friend or something like that. You know, and today is Mother's Day. We're gonna have all questions Mother Day, man. Y'all want to get this thing started with some questions? I got some good questions that I always wanted to that we're gonna ask, and y'all play up. And everybody, if you're watching, please feel free to text your answers to these questions. I would love to know.
Absolutely.
The first question is, y'all, what are you doing for Mom for Mother's Day? You know, whether she's here or not. What are you gonna do? What are you planning on doing?
I'll answer that for you. My mother's no longer here. I plan to celebrate her the, her granddaughter. She just became a mom. My granddaughter is now 5 months, getting ready to be 6 months. So I haven't quite put it together yet how I'm gonna do everything. But I have some things in line for her, you know. I just want to usher her into her new world, you know, and someone is actually looking up to her and they're gonna be calling her mama. And that thing is more than just getting on the table and you know and pushing out. You know, I wanna be able to give her some of those things that my mama gave me, you know. And she don't have the typical mama, you know. So she always say, I grew up with a daddy mama, and Song got like the whole world, you know. She think my granddaughter just got like the best person in the world, but I'm the best version of myself right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all. With her, I was trying to figure it out. So, and sometimes when your grandkids come, you know, you have it kind of figured out some sort a little bit, so you get to do it a little bit better, you know. So I plan on celebrating her that way because I knew she would be excited if she was here, you know, and especially celebrating that little girl and welcoming her to motherhood as well, you know, because it's not an easy job, you know, and it's an everlasting job. I call it
Mm.
signing up for anxiety and panic attacks for the rest of your life. That's what I say. When you decide to become a parent, you sign up for anxiety and panic attacks for the rest of your life. I'm
Oh, bless
serious. I'm
What
you.
about you,
serious.
Jen? What you got going on?
For myself, I think as I've done in the past, I'll go to my mother's grave and I'll put flowers on it, and I just reflect and I think heavy about her throughout that day. A lot of those thoughts lead to feelings of just appreciation for the mother that she was, and sometimes those thoughts and have a little bit of sadness in it because I do miss her. Um, but it'll be more reflecting and just, paying a visit to that, to her grave. That's
Mm.
pretty much what I'm gonna do.
Yes, and that's pretty much what I think the plan. I'm gonna get my sisters and see what their plans are. I don't think they have put my mom grave plaque out yet. The last time I went, I think I went about like two weeks ago. They haven't put it out yet, and so this is my first. This is gonna be my first. A lot was coming up as my first everything. My first Mother's Day without her because then her birthday is in September, so that's going to be coming up. And she passed like in October, so I've had my first Christmas and Thanksgiving without her. So these are two firsts that are coming up. So what are y'all
Yeah.
doing? If y'all listening,
Can I share
type in the
this?
comment what y'all doing for y'all mother on Mother's Day. Go
You
ahead.
said something so sweet, and I was smiling not because it's like it's a feel good thing. It was sweet. You said to me we had dinner. I think we were. I just remember we had dinner out somewhere. It was in the daytime, and you said, "This is the first day of my life without my mom." And I was like, "Wow, I've never heard anybody say that before."
Yeah.
after they lost their mother. You was like, "This is the first day
The first day.
on my life without my mom,"
And
and
it
I was
had to
like,
be, yeah,
"Wow."
it was because everything after that was going to be like new. With it's going to be challenging without her. I knew everything
Yeah.
probably going to be challenging without her, but it would need when like Mother's Day come up for the first
Yeah.
time, so it's a new reality. So how do I feel about that? When I used to, last year around this time, we were preparing for the Mother's Day breakfast that I gave all the
Yeah.
mothers in the family,
Yeah.
and she was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this year she won't be. You know what I'm saying? She won't
Mm-hmm.
be. So it's a new thing. It's a new feeling that you know
Yeah.
that I'm trying to get through. So that's that. So if y'all can text in the comment section, I see a lot of y'all on here. I know some of y'all just want to listen. Y'all want to listen, but listen, this is the Everyday People show. This is not my show. This is not Jen's show. This is y'all show. We just moderating it.
Absolutely.
That's all we doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we would love y'all participation. I know everybody got a mother now. It's something everybody can participate in. Everybody has a mother here.
Go ahead,
Has a mother gone into heaven. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no way around it. I got a lot. You know what I'm saying? She say my mom. I know your mom deceased, but there's still some things you gonna do for your mama. If you just go put
Mm-hmm.
flowers out, you gonna hang a banner out in the yard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got, there's still ways to honor your mother,
Yeah.
even when
It is.
she's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And father
Normally,
too, for that fact.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I thought you was done. Normally, Robert, I'm in Atlanta or I come to Atlanta, and I made it a tradition to come into Atlanta to make sure I put some flowers on my mom's grave now that my grandmother's there as well. But the last 2 years I haven't came. Maybe probably three. I think I haven't came during this time. I think it's easier for me not to. You know what I'm saying? Like even after going and charging myself to that, because you charge yourself to this stuff.
Mm.
It's no rules to this. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
go through the process what best fits you. You know what I'm saying? So I just decided that I was going to try to detach myself, from that and a little bit. Because every time I would go, it was just like reopening those wounds every
Mm.
time. So for me, even though my mama been gone since '07 and my grandfather and grandmother since 2020 and 2021, which is fairly new here, I still feel like it was yesterday. Like it's no
Mm.
time frame in between grieving, It's no
I
time
can
frame in
relate to
between
that.
that.
I
Yes.
can, because my mom's been deceased since 2006. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I can truly relate because I used to go visit her grave repeatedly. Like I would go like every month, and it got so bad to the point where um I was visiting, and these two ladies were walking through in the cemetery where she's buried at. Is huge. It was, so nobody was out there though, and except these two ladies, and they were walking through, and it was a mother and her daughter, but her daughter was grown, and I was crying so heavy, and she was like, "That person must have been really special to you," and I said, "Yeah, she was," but prior to me going there, I heard in my spirit God say, just stop, grieving so hard. Stop going out there. Like you religiously going out there." And when the lady spoke to me after she said, "This must be somebody that's really special to you," she said, "And I got a message for you." She said, "You need to stop coming out here like this." She said, and she didn't know that I had been coming out there like that. So God had to reveal that to her. And she was like, "You need to stop coming out here like that, crying so heavy, because, she would want you to not be in this state." And then I stopped. And I'm talking, this was years after she passed. This was like up to maybe 5, 6 years ago that I stopped going. So now it's like kind of strategic. I don't just on a whim just be driving down the road and be like, "Let me just
Absolutely.
go," you know? So
I
I can
can.
truly
Absolutely.
relate to
I,
you.
I did. That's what I did. Though they on the whim just stop, and I guess because it's a new reality to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm-hmm.
guess in you guys' case, you have had. I don't want to say experience in it, but you know what I'm saying. You've had time to.
We've walked a little bit. We've had got a
Yeah.
little mud on our shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's so
because
fresh for you.
it's I'm not gonna lie to you, Robert. Now, whether you bear your cross 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, the pain is still the same.
Yeah, I told him that. Yeah, it don't go away. It's
The
you miss
pain is
them
still the
more.
same.
Yeah, you miss them
Yeah, the
more.
pain is, especially in those moments. Like I say personally, I found my space in celebrating my mama the most when my spirit unctioned me to.
Mm.
Whether it's a
Mhm.
song, whether it's one of her
Mm.
favorite dishes, Robert,
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
that will help
Mhm.
you a lot. You know what your mama like to cook. What was your favorite thing that she cooked for you? When you get in there sometime and you get to missing her, go in there and cook that thing. And remember how
Mhm.
she told you to cook it so you can almost get the taste. We know we can't get the taste because they had magic in their hands. We don't have
Mhm.
that magic. But guess what? We can almost get the taste. You feel what I'm saying? So those
Yeah.
are some of the things I had to start using, and
Mm.
going through my stages of dealing with each levels. Just like I talk about that breaking generational cycles,
Mhm.
that grieving is different stages, man. And when
It
you in
is.
certain stages, you're gonna feel like maybe next week you might want to go to her grave, go visit. Whatever your
Mhm.
spirit is unctioning you to do, brother, go do that. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's not participating, that's not your business. You go
Mhm.
do what you need to do for Robert and Mama. That's it. That's all
Mhm.
matter.
Yep.
Hmm. Yvonne say, just think about the memories we shared because I was 7 years old when she passed, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
you
awful.
know.
Oh, but bless your heart. Yes, bless your heart.
So young. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
very
y'all
young.
so y'all share this live with your friends and stuff like that. And if y'all want to come on, just holler. Y'all want to come on? I can bring y'all on in, and and y'all can share some memories of your mother and some things that, and those who have the mother still here, you can still talk about your mother. Things that you're going to do for your mother. Don't feel shame not to post a comment. You know what I'm saying? So this kind of feel like a healing thing to me, because
Yes.
yeah, because I wanted to get some people who been there, done that, been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, sort of. You know, and I appreciate what you just said about that. You know, what I'm saying that about the coming. It comes in stages. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So,
Duh, it
and I
does.
still
Don't
think
be.
I'm in still stage one. So,
You
Oh,
are.
you ain't even took off the runway, brother. You ain't even
Exactly.
seen. And you know what? You know what's crazy? Just to be honest with you, like and Jenny can tell you this. It seems like when you get further into it, it gets worse sometimes. It like the
Oh
loads get
yeah.
heavier. It get
It
heavier.
does. It
And you
does.
like, oh my God, I thought I was okay. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? And
Oh
then
yeah.
and one day a brick just hit you, boom, again,
Mhm.
and you're
Yeah.
back down, and you're back down, and you're trying to figure it out, and how I'm gonna do this, and those are the moments you're gonna need to go pull out those laughter moments, or that good old song she
Mhm.
like, or
Oh
she like to get
yeah.
a
Oh
jam
yeah.
on.
Yes, that I do
Yes.
that. I'll be listening to music. I'll be like, my mama used to like this song, and it just makes me happy. You know.
Absolutely. Good in spirit. Feel real good in your spirit. That's
Mhm.
the whole thing with the process. I think for me, I had to figure out a way how not to feel like that so long, because you got
Yeah.
to find a way to pull yourself out of it. You
Right.
got to find a way
Right.
to pull. And you know what I used to do? I used to think about the things she used to do. Like my mama used to she used to knock the hell out of us. Like if we call her man, you know how your mama
Oh.
talking to you, you be like, man.
She ain't like that.
Oh, let me tell you, you better not call her man. She's not a man. She knows she's not a man because she had you. And she's getting ready to mess you up because you not call her man. Oh my God. What I tell you, Robert, the other day, I was in here laughing so hard. I said, oh, I gotta love her. She would knock me silly. I could just get away with almost anything, but I can't call her man. I can't say that. That will get me slapped in the mouth. I ain't lying. Oh
Oh,
my.
wow. Wow.
Yes, I use stuff like that to get me through. That's what I get through.
Yeah, and it's definitely a process that, it never ends. I was talking to a lady one time, and she at that time my mother was she had just passed, and she was telling me, she said my mother's been gone 25 years, and she said it gets harder cuz I miss her more. She said time don't make it go away. So I'm seeing that now because I'm at that point too.
And we
Time
brought
for
to
me to
the
get away.
stage Nina, Mrs. Walker. How you doing? What's up, cuz? What's
Hey,
going on?
Hey, how you
hey, how
doing?
y'all
Let
doing?
me bring somebody up
Doing
here.
Hello.
good.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
BT, how you doing?
How
Yeah,
y'all
y'all.
doing? Y'all good?
We good,
Yes.
my brother. How you doing, man?
Excellent, excellent, brothers. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we done got into this Mother Day special topic. The first question we asked, we shopping up at the moment. What are you doing for Mother's Day? You know, whether your mother's here or not. You know, what are your plans for Mother's Day? So I guess Nina and BT, we already chopped it up a little bit. So we'll give y'all a moment to talk about what y'all want to talk about.
All right. Well, can you hear me? All right.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. This is a tough one. This is a tough one for me. This is my first Mother's Day.
Hold
Um.
on, man. Introduce yourself first, man.
Oh,
Hold on, let
I'm.
me say, y'all. Welcome to the stage, Mr. BT.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Um, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, everybody. Um, this is gonna be a tough Mother's Day for me, man. This is my first Mother's Day without my mother.
Mm,
Uh, my mother was she was sick for a while, for about 6 years. She had a condition called cerebral ataxia. It's kind of the best way to explain it is like it's kind of like it's basically like almost like MS, where
mm,
your muscles, where your it's an autoimmune disease where where your immune system attacks the good cells in your body, and it prevented her from walking, and it hindered her speech, and she was in she just wasn't in a lot of comfort. She wasn't, and all we could do is me and my brothers was to keep her most comfortable for her remaining years, and we did the best we could. We really did, and we didn't want to put her in a home or anything. So
mm,
I mean, and she transitioned on January 4th this year,
mm,
and we buried her like a week and a half later, and this Mother's Day, we usually all my brothers get together, and my mother loves papados, and
Yeah.
we ordered papados fish, and she loves papados onion rings. We order a big spread. Family come over, the spouses and the siblings and everybody, and we have a good time for Mother's Day. Usually, even though my mother couldn't really go anywhere, so I'm gonna miss that. And I've been uh I've been seriously dating a woman for a while that's probably my future,
All
and
right. All
so
right.
yes.
so
Congratulations.
I'm gonna spend Mother's Day with her and
That's great.
her mother, and and hopefully, and then of course I'm gonna go by, and speak to my mother at her gravesite, and then hey, that's how I'm handling. I know I hate to bring y'all down, but
Oh no,
Mm-mm,
man!
you
Hey,
uh,
man,
good.
but
This
this,
is what it's
I'm
about.
here for the healing, brother. So you
yeah,
know what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
yeah,
Thank you for sharing all of that.
yeah,
I think I think God specifically He wanted me to do this on this day. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
You,
absolutely.
you 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 just never know, man, who you might can heal through just talking to somebody else
Hmm.
Hmm.
who going through. You know what I'm saying? It's like an alcoholic. It take the alcoholic to help him get through what he got through. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Right,
this
right.
all we doing, man. So ain't no shame in that game, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We human.
That's right.
And thank you for coming on. All right, Nina, what's
Um,
going on, cuz? What's going on?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing good. You?
I'm doing okay. I
Hey.
just decided to come in today. At first, when I got the invitation, Lamar always sending out the invites and videos, and I was like, no, I don't think I want to do Lamar. Them they be kind of long, and this might not be the time for me to get in because I don't want to be crying or anything like that.
Mm,
But for me, it is a process, like the gentleman above me said. It is a process. And I was at a point where I felt like nobody wanted to hear me.
mm,
I was kind of like shunned or shut down or get over it and move on but I was sharing with people it's not as easy as I thought. I thought I was thick skinned and my Christian belief would help me heal a little faster than what I am healing. Um, and that hadn't happened for me. Like my coworker said, Catherine, she just said, "Why don't you take a day off? It's almost Mother Day, and you don't realize it. You're responding,
Mm.
as if you're angry." And I have had a lot of anger dealing with the loss of my mom, and I feel like sometimes I don't have anybody, you know, and anybody to just really share with, talk with. I mean, I know Christ is here for us, but I'm
Mm.
talking about like a earthly being,
Mhm.
somebody that will really just listen.
A human
Um,
touch, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, and
Mhm.
then after Lamar lost his mom, that was the second thing that I had left, or we had left to a mom, because all of our aunties and uncles are gone except for one aunt and one uncle. And I was closest to Lamar mom after my mom left. So it's kind of like a double whammy, and it's really like a sad event, but I know I'm gonna be all right, and I am. And I didn't come on to make anybody sad. I came on because I know I have to heal. My
Mhm.
life depends on me healing and moving forward in life, because I don't want this to actually destroy my life or put me in a state of depression. So the young man, Lamar, I can't see his name.
It's
I need
hold on,
some
I'm
new
looking up what it
glasses.
says.
The one,
It's name BT.
BT.
no, no, I think it's the gentleman.
BT.
Is that what is it? Life or what's
Oh,
his name?
that's she.
Lyle? Is it
That's a
Lyle?
she. She just got her hat turned backward.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the
you are
hat.
perfectly okay. You are
Oh, it's
fine.
the hat. It's the hat. Plus, I need some new glasses. So forgive me, but and everything she did said really did help, and it really did touch me.
Mm.
So I'm glad I came on because I was inspired by her comments.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you, you go listen, go to. She got a podcast on Spotify. Where else is it streaming? Like, and I'm telling you, seriously,
I
I
stream
religiously
on
listen to her podcast.
I
Hmm.
stream on on Spotify. If you have an Android, you can go check it out on Spotify. If you have an Apple iPhone, you can check it out on Apple Podcasts. You can check it on iHeartRadio, any platform. You can just go inside and Google, put in the Echoes of Life podcast. It'll come up. You can catch
Okay.
it on any one of the platforms. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
And the reason I decided to do this show today, because I know I've talked to people when I go in the streets, I hear people saying the same thing. They wish they had somebody to talk to. So
Mhm.
I say, let's
Hmm.
just do a
Mhm.
podcast and people come on and talk about it. And don't worry about a show of emotions. I mean, that's natural. I mean, I would think something wrong if you didn't have no emotions. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. So that's what we're here for, to share in share each
Hmm.
other's stories and emotions.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you talk about it with other people who have that experience, it can help you get through it. Just like you said, you caught some
Absolutely.
stuff that life
Mhm.
said that helped you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. So
Hmm.
Hmm.
so when you're done with that, we go to the next
Yeah,
question.
I'm done.
Oh, okay, so I got some more questions. So the next question is, the best advice you've ever got from Mama that you will never forget. What's that one thing that Mama told you? You ain't gonna never forget that, and you walk with it.
Mm.
Okay, you want to go Jen
I
first, Jen? Okay, you
can.
go first,
I
Jen.
can. My mother told me this. She said, "Every person that smiles in your face is not your friend." That was something I'll never forget.
That was that one thing,
Absolutely.
and stay with
Yes, because she
Absolutely.
knows, and she knew that I was a friendly person. She knows, and well, I'm saying no, like she's still here. She knew that I was a friendly person, and just um, in a sense, don't meet a stranger. But even with my personality being quiet, she just said, "Everybody smiling in your face, oh, is not your friend," and I had to learn that over time. And she was so right. So
what about when I smiled in your face?
I was like, "Oh, you cute."
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, that was a
okay.
good one. That was a good one.
Mercy.
That was
Who else
good.
want to answer this question?
That was good.
I will say he is my friend. So
Thank you.
Um,
I'm glad
I
to be your
you
friend.
you 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 know the best advice, the I would say the best advice my mom ever gave me was be mindful, of what you're doing, who you're doing it with.
mm,
She always had this saying about guys. She was like, Tom, Dick, and Harry is three friends. Tom gonna tell Dick, and Dick gonna tell Harry. So just be mindful of what you do and when you get out there and how you handle yourself. And I always carry that with me. She told me that at 8 years old, and I
mm,
still hold that to this day because the truth is, I don't care what you do or who you do it with. They are gonna release it out of that mouth and off that tongue and out of them lips. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yes, Lord. And you better hope it ain't with the wrong person. Yes, Lord. You better hope it ain't with the wrong person. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. But that's probably the best advice she gave me outside of some street stuff she told me. Just to always pay attention. She did. She did. I was hard headed a little bit, and I almost took myself to a whole place. And she said, "Well, I tell you what, this is what's gonna happen if you do that." But and she was right. And she was right. But I took that with me, and I was able to dodge a lot of stuff because she opened my eyes to, just advising me along my way. Just all of it. Every time I think about something, Robert, that I ain't had no business doing, and I know I can hear her voice. Even if she ain't said it, I hear it in her voice because she already let me know. You shouldn't even be doing that. You need to go the other way. You need to go the other way. Yes, Lord. I was the hard headed and the free spirit child. I had to find out that the stove wasn't hot. I just didn't believe it wasn't hot.
All right, BT and Nina, y'all
Yeah.
got it.
All right. My mother used to always say, tell the truth, even if it's, even if it hurts somebody, but there's always
Mm-hmm.
the right way to say it. You know, she says that when people start a sentence off saying, I don't bite my tongue for nobody, that's an excuse to be rude.
Yep.
There's always a
mm,
way you can tell people the truth
mhm,
without being having some decorum and not being rude or nasty about things.
that's
Mm-hmm.
right.
That was my
That's
mother
right.
from beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good word right there. That
Yep.
was a
It
good
is.
word.
All right, Miss Nina, you got something that he told you that never left you.
Yeah, I remember my oldest child had got in a relationship that was not healthy at all for her or for her life period. And I used to talk to my mom about it, and I used to cry, and she say, "Are you praying?" And I say, "Mama, that's all I do." And it was a continual
Mm.
conversation. Is, "Are you praying? Are you praying?" And I say,
Mm.
"Mama, I'm praying. I wish he'll go on." And she say, "Nina, you don't have to keep praying the same thing. God heard you the first two times." She said, "Get off your knees praying about the same subject. He's gonna answer that prayer." She say, "You ain't got to keep praying that, because what's gonna happen? He gonna pack his things and he gonna walk out the front door. You ain't got to pray it no more. He gonna leave on his own."
Mm,
And that's
mm,
exactly how it happened. He came
mm,
in one day, and
Mm,
my daughter said he just packed his clothes and went to his mama house and never came back. It happened
wow.
just like that. So that's a memory that I have never forgotten. That my mama said, just stand on God.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
mm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take mama's advice and do just that in my own situation. Cause I'm walking on that street right now. So
Oh.
since I'm on the same street, I'm gonna take mama's advice. Just keep on waiting. Cause I
Yeah.
just said the same thing the other day. Lord, I know you heard me the first
Mhm.
time. I know
Mhm.
you did. You know
Yeah.
what? That's confirmation. Thank you
That's
much.
come.
I appreciate it.
Mhm.
I appreciate
Mhm.
it.
The
Yes.
one thing that my mama always, the one thing that I remember that she told me was to, whatever you do, be persistent. Because a lot of
Mm,
time I would
that's
try
good.
something and I stop. Okay, when it don't
That's
work the
good.
first time, I stop. When it don't work the second time, I stop. So that's
Hmm.
really what's driving me now. Y'all see me posting all this music every day, all day. I mean, I just got this drive, and it seemed like when she left that energy, it's like she left some energy in me that I can't stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep
Mm-hmm.
going until I meet her again. You know what I'm saying? So
Amen. Amen.
that's the one thing that that she said that always stuck with me. Over when if you come to my house, right over the top when you're going down to the basement, it's a sign that says what it say? Never give
Never
up.
give up.
Never
Yeah.
give up. It's a plaque she gave me that home right there. It says never give up and be persistent. If you want anything, you got to be persistent. You know what I'm saying? And just trust God that it'll happen. You know, so
Amen.
that was the one thing for me. You know,
Amen. Amen. They still blessing us beyond the
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
grave. They still
yeah,
blessing us beyond
exactly.
the grave. That's legacy right there. Remember we was talking about that last time, Robert. That's
Uh-huh.
legacy.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
call that legacy. That's what they left. They left legacy in us. They left us a Bible of how to do the right thing while we on our way. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I sometimes I still scratch a little bit outside the coloring guidelines. You know?
Well,
So,
well, I just believe like in their absence, prayers that went forth on
uh-huh.
our parents' behalf before they even left. They were praying for us years and
Mm-hmm.
years and years, even as
Mm-hmm.
children, teenagers, young adults to adulthood. Now that they're deceased, their prayers are being manifested in our lives now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're reaping the harvest of prayers that went forth out of our mom's mouth and our grandmom's mouth before we were even entering into our adulthood. So that's one of the legacies that I really believe are manifesting, because some of the stuff that I see now within our family and some of the transitions that has been made on the behalf of losing everybody. um I can see prayers that went forth out of my mom's mouth and my grandma's mouth and my auntie's mouth being manifested now
Amen.
in their absence.
Amen.
Hmm.
Amen.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we got another question. Unless let me see, did everybody go? Yeah. All
Yeah, I
right.
think
So our
everybody.
next question is, what advice that your mom gave you that you wish you had taken but you didn't?
Hmm.
Phew, I'm not going first.
You gotta go first.
Mm.
Uh, but I'm gonna say this. She told me a lot of things, but I can't think of anything honestly because a lot of things she told me I follow.
For
I
real.
can't think of anything right now. I can't. I gotta really dig deep. Maybe when something happened when I was a kid.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what she told me. For real. I didn't take this advice, but I take it now. I'm gonna use this one because this one was a heavy one for me. I didn't know how to fix this right here. This mouth, I didn't know how to fix it. If it was
Mm,
right here and you did it, I spoke it. Like that's
mm,
just what that was. You know what I'm saying? I I charged you to whatever your behavior was. That's just who I was. You can be whoever you is, but you're still charged with the same charge. She told me one day, she said, you're gonna learn how to hold them and you're gonna learn how to fold them. Learn how to control that mouth.
mm,
Know when to say it and know why you saying it. And I didn't register that for a long time. I felt like I had my own opinion. I should be able to say what I need to say, especially if somebody make me feel some type of way. But even when somebody try and disturb your peace, what I didn't get in that I get now is you can't allow people to move your peace like that, like and bring you out of your character. But when you're young, you don't know any better. So that's one thing that I wish I would have taken up on very early, very much so early on than I took up on. I probably got that lesson probably in my 30s. In my 30s, even in my 20s, I still didn't get it. I probably didn't. It didn't mess me up a lot, but I really didn't get the concept of that. Like I'm still like, no, I'm telling you this is what this is because this is what you said, and being self righteous is don't necessarily make you right. That's why it's called self-righteous. And I think I had a lot of that as a youngster. And she didn't know how to formulate it, but she was telling me then, like, you got to learn how to hold your peace. You got to learn how to hold your tongue. And I got that a little bit later. And that's something I wish I would have got earlier.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I finally figured it out.
Yeah.
My goodness.
See, that's
All
the
right.
truth. That's the hard truth when you have to look at yourself in the mirror. Remember, I was
Mm,
saying like how you have to look at yourself in the mirror and accept some of these things that you
yeah.
probably have,
Yeah.
even on that yellow brick road, a lot of it, a lot of disturbance we probably caused ourselves or kicked up a little bit more dirt than it had to be, with our actions and how we reacted to things. But that's one of the things I wish I would have took up on fairly early.
Mm,
All right. My mother told me, even when I was in college, after I got my first job, that you're never gonna be happy until you're working for yourself.
True
And
mm,
story.
and I was always scared to step out on faith. That's probably, if I was a Shakespearean character, that would be my tragic flaw, is scared to step out on faith. And I always had to have that security of that job. I've done things on the side, I've done side hustles, things like that, but I've never jumped in head first in it until last summer. Um, and I think kind of, and I started it. I started my business, and it's going, it's going.
What kind of
But
business you doing, BT?
man, I started a staffing agency,
Oh,
and
okay. That what's up then.
yeah, yeah, and I really like it, man. And it's hard work. You never work harder for someone else than you will for yourself. So that's probably the best advice my mother gave me, and I'm building a legacy. I am. So that's I'm really happy about that.
That's what's up, man. I'm proud of
yes.
you, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I ain't know that. I might can move to Houston, get a job now. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got to move to Houston. I'll get you one in Atlanta.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
I got.
y'all.
I'm looking for a physical therapist in Alabama right now, so I'm right next door.
Okay, I got the hookup on the job, y'all. All right, then what's up with anything Auntie told you that you wish you had a took that advice a long time ago? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go. You go ahead this time. Did you?
Okay,
Did you?
okay. Well, mine is quick. Mine gonna be real quick.
Okay.
She told me on the second child. She told me, "Boy, you ain't gonna." On that second child, she said, "Boy, you need to start where it comes." Boy.
Jesus.
Yep.
She said, "You need to start where you need to start where it comes." That's what she told me.
Yep.
That's something I wish I would have been doing. You know what I'm saying? Something she told me, and I didn't take her advice on it. So.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy for. I love my kids. I'm happy for my kids, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
But go ahead then.
The best advice I could say my mama gave to me was, she tried to instill within me that, believe in yourself. You don't need anybody to validate you, and you don't have to put up with any anybody crap. You need to know who you are as a female, and you need to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Yeah.
That's it.
When to hold them, know when to fold them.
A
Yeah,
thought came to me. That's a
that's a
quick one.
yeah, that's a girl to girl talk conversation.
So I did recollect one situation. My mother was really good with money, and she taught me about savings and how to spend my money. And I can remember she would always say, "Pay your bills on time. Pay your bills on time." And the advice that she gave me, and for one short season, I did not follow. I wished I had her. She, I had a car, my first car. I always made sure I paid my car note on time. And I was dating this guy who was always like, "Oh, you can pay it on your grace period. You ain't got to pay it right now." And long story short, I got behind on my car payments, listening to some bad advice from somebody else telling me about grace periods, and just for that short season, I just wished I had followed that advice because it kind of messed me up for a second. So yeah.
Yeah. He didn't pay your car note.
No, he had his own car note.
Why he gonna
That's
tell you
why I ain't
don't?
with him now.
How you gonna tell you don't pay your car note then?
No, he was like, well, you can pay it late, they give you a grace period. And I was young. I was just so like inexperienced, but the advice had been given, pay your bills on time and stuff. And I was really good with that. But, it was just somebody at that time that just gave me some bad advice and I listened to them instead of following what my mom taught me. So it was short lived though. It didn't last.
What's up, Latina? What's going on, my sister? How you doing? Okay, the next question, y'all, we just having some fun. Y'all, are we having fun? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all feel a little better now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me, this is what I want to know right here. What was the worst whipping you remember that your mama issued out? I know I remember mine.
I remember one.
Which was?
I don't even remember what I did. All I know is my mom was like, go get a switch. And she was like, you gonna pick that switch and you gonna pull all the leaves off. And I sat on the porch and I'm crying before she even got to me. And I walked in the house and she was like, that switch is too small. She said, go get a bigger one. So I'm sitting there picking leaves off of a bigger switch. And I was crying before she even hit me with the first swat. It was terrible. It was terrible because I knew whatever I had done was worthy of it, and she told me up. I don't even remember what it was about. I just remembered the pain of waiting for it to happen.
Probably down the street with them boys.
Whatever. Nah. Oh my God.
All right, I got a story, man. Like, okay, I'm the youngest of 4 rockhead boys. Right? No sisters. All right. So my mother was rough, when she needed to be rough. And
Put your TV down, Nina.
And
I did.
All right. And my mother went back to school when I got into junior high in 6th grade. And so she wasn't around as much. But she got a call while she was at school doing her lab work that I had cussed at my teacher.
Oh
man, my mother used to hit us with, okay, we have this thing that you dust. It's called a dust wand. You dust the like the blinds with it. It got yellow feathers on it and a round plastic handle. And she grabbed that thing by the feathers and they hit you and used to whoop me with that plastic handle. The pain was so sharp, it made you nauseous. It make you feel like you're gonna throw up. And my mama hit me probably it felt like 50 times. She probably hit me about 10 times, but it felt like 50. Man, that was the last whooping I got. I grew out of, after that, I really kind of straightened up because I think she was trying to teach me a lesson to show her that just because she's not at home every day, all day, and then she's at school, that I can't just do what I want to do. And it worked. It straightened me out, man. It spare rod, spoil the child. That's one of the realest scriptures of all time. And that really and it worked. It worked on me. And that was one of the worst whoopings I ever had. Never again got hit with that thing.
Oh my. Oh, is it my turn?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just wondering. Let me think. I got a few, but I remember getting
There's always one that stands out though.
it is. I went to the pool following my brother. Had no business in the pool. Trying to hide the wet clothes in the dryer. Turned the dryer on cold. Didn't know that the dryer wasn't even on hot. Don't know nothing about what I'm doing. My mama get home 5 hours later. The clothes still in the dryer drying on cool and they still soaking wet. Man, did I say she scared me so bad? Oh my. She scared me so bad I was scared to go swimming. I ain't even want to go swimming no more. Beat me up the steps, down the steps, and back up the steps. She was at work. My brother older than us, and he tricked us, told us to go jump the fence. There's three kids, black kids in this neighborhood that jumped these folk fence and went swimming. Now, one of us would have drowned in that pool, man. My mama would have been in all kind of trouble. She was at work. But we didn't know we were kids, man. When I say she beat us real good, she beat
Mm,
us real good. I didn't follow him out that door not another day.
mm,
No, no, no. I said no, buddy. Yes,
yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
Mm,
My mama didn't play. She didn't play that leaving out the house thing. We grew up at a time where sometimes you had to be home by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just you and your siblings. Your mama had to go to work.
mm.
That's what it was. And
Yep,
you better do
yep.
what you're supposed to do. Cause when
You
she get
better.
home, she finna beat everybody, starting with the oldest.
Oh my goodness.
You know how I
That's
go at there, right, Robert? Everybody get
Yeah,
a whipping.
everybody gonna get a whipping. You gonna get
Everybody.
especially the oldest. You gonna get one because you let her do it. You gonna get everybody
Yep.
gonna get one. The
My brother
oldest
used to
definitely
get
gonna get one.
My brother used to get beat because she used to say, "Oh, you just let them do that." He like, "Man, them your kids." He used to be like, he used to be like, them your kids. I can't do that with them. They jump on me. Me and my sister used to jump on him. We'll jump on together.
mm, mm, mm.
Yes, Lord. But one thing about the whoopers, even now they taught us how to remember. When you go out that door, that whooping have taught you how to remember how to keep yourself together while you out there.
hmm
Keep yourself together because you don't want to meet that lady when you come back in this door again.
I already know what yours
Nina, give me
is.
one of them epic whipping stories.
No epic ones were with Papa Jeff. Me and Tim didn't really get them like that. She would like kind of pop us in the mouth. I was really afraid of Mama because Mama didn't play Lamar, and she instilled that fear, and just her word was enough for me not to really do something that would
Absolutely.
warn her that they really beat my behind because Mama didn't play. So she had that fear in us where we knew not to do what she said don't do or do what she said to do. So I really don't remember a real bad one. I mean, pop my lip or put me on punishment or something. But I really was afraid of my mom. I mean, no,
Yes.
not like that, y'all. Not
No, I
in a
know what you
violent way.
mean. I
Yeah,
know
but
what you mean.
I was afraid I step out of line. My mama.
You was afraid what gonna happen. That what it
Yeah, because
was.
Mama didn't play.
Yeah.
She was a single mother, and we grew up in Bankhead Court, and she was determined we didn't have to turn out where we live, or we didn't have to be where a prodigy of where we come from.
Mm,
Amen.
So
all right.
we were afraid to step out of line.
It's
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
I,
Says a
I
lot.
think one of my fondest memory of getting a whipping, man. I don't like. I'm like you. I don't know what I did that day. I had to be something I did in school. I cut them like
Lamar, I don't
they
remember
call
you
it.
getting whippings. I don't even
You
remember you
didn't
getting
you
whipped.
didn't we didn't
When
stay in the
you get
same house.
Well, we stayed in the same community. I don't
Yeah, we
remember
stayed
you
in the
getting
same
no
community,
whipping.
but we didn't stay in the same house. And my mama
Mm.
ruled with an iron fist around that corner too. All them sisters ruled with an iron fist. And
Yeah, you make them
and
mad.
one day I did something, man, and I was like, I don't know. I had to be around like 10. I had to be around like 10. I really got two stories, but then around like 10, I did something, and the day was going by. Mama got home. Mama didn't say nothing. She'll clean up the room, clean up the room. I said, oh man, mama ain't even mad. You know what I'm saying? She gonna, you know what I'm saying? Later on, she gonna take it back. Gonna take it back. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the bathtub playing with I got my little action figures in the tub playing with them. You. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, I'm having the time of my life in that tub playing with my action figures. You know what I'm saying? I don't think y'all ever seen on Psycho when they move the curtain back like that and
Mm-hmm.
start jabbing? That's all it was. My mama moved that curtain back. I looked up. Only thing I saw that switch coming. Wham, wham, wham. And you could have saw me, man. I'm trying to make sure she don't hit me right there in the spot. You know what I'm saying? And every time every time I try to make sure she don't hit that, she hitting in the back. She cutting in the back. And I reach back up and I
can't hear you. I think your mic went
Yeah,
out.
he trying to plug it back in. He trying
Oh,
to
okay.
do something.
Yeah, the headset go inside the side of it and then
Okay.
come through your. There you go.
Okay.
Y'all hear me?
There. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an echo. Hold on, let me do this one. What about
Yes,
that?
it
No?
is. No, it's still an echo.
I'm thinking about that whipping. I'm still thinking about that whipping now. I almost jacked Eric Stewart.
Oh my god.
What's up, Latina? How you doing?
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Latina.
anyway, y'all,
Hey, Jen, how are you?
Good.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my biggest whipping memory right there. So I never get that whipping right there.
I bet you was a bad little boy.
No, I wasn't that bad.
Mm.
I don't remember being that bad. I don't remember being that bad. So what's been going on with you, lady?
Nothing,
Latina?
just my birthday today. That's about it.
Oh, happy
Oh, happy
birthday! Happy
birthday.
birthday!
Thank you.
What
Thank
are you
you.
doing
I
to
appreciate
celebrate
it.
it?
Ain't
What
that
are you gonna
something? You spending
do?
your birthday with me? I feel special
Listen,
now. I feel
I
so
know
special.
that's right. Listen, I haven't done anything today. I have been celebrating since Friday, and today I just kind of just lounged around the house, and I've just been kind of cool. So I'm on vacation, and I haven't. I'm tired. Needless to
Okay, so
say,
you
I've
just
celebrated
relaxing
my
with us.
birthday over the last few days, so everything is good.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah.
just chopping it up about Mother's Day. Mother's Day. I don't know. Is your mother still here, or she deceased?
No, my mom is still living, thank God. My father passed. He passed in um in 98. But my mom is still living. She will be 82 on the 27th if God says the same.
That's
So,
awesome. It's a blessing.
yeah.
So what y'all
So,
planning for Mom? Sunday. What y'all got planned for Mom?
whatever she want to do. She really don't like to do a lot, so probably just make her some food or something or whatever she want to eat. And she's okay with that, and probably get her some stuff. But other than that, she don't like to do too much.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay.
what's up then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
So
hanging out.
we had some couple of questions we already tackled. We like on the third question. The first question was, what advice did your mama give you that stuck with you? That one thing that she told you that you still remember and you still try to hold true to it.
My mom was a good reader of people, and when I was dating certain individuals, she would give me advice about that and tell me that the person's no good. But of course, being that I was my own person, I made my own decisions. So I wish I would have listened to her on a lot of jokers that I've dated before, because I believe that I probably would have been in a better situation in my life. But she also used to say, she used to tell me, no romance with that finance.
Oh,
And
okay. Mama
she
rolling
would,
like that.
Good
well, she
advice.
said, 'cause you don't want to be with a broke individual and then you spending all your money. She said you shouldn't have to spend all your money. My mama came from the era of a man supposed to come court you. And so if they courting you, they supposed to come hold the door open for you. She was a great example of a great woman. Um, I can remember her and my dad dressing up just to go pay bills, and so that's what they instilled in me, both of them.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's pretty much
Okay,
my
what's the
whole.
most memorable? What's the most memorable whipping you got from Mama? I know she told you. I know you was a little hot little gal.
No.
I really, I really wasn't, but I posted it on your page. But this one whooping I will always remember because I told my mama she wasn't my mama. I
Mm,
said it. I said you're not my mama supposed to be. Who you think you grown?
mm,
And I can remember her whipping me for that. So she showed me who my mama was.
I
I
bet.
didn't get many. I didn't get many, but for that I did get a spanking. For that I really did.
Of course.
Um, yeah, but yeah, she still. My mama is real. She gives me humor. I think that's where I get my humor from because she always laughs about everything. Um, she lets me know that things happen in life, but you have to keep going. So I think that's the strength side that I get from my mama.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Um, I think everybody else, mom is deceased on. So my
Yeah.
question to Nina, BT, and Jennifer, how do you cope? How do you cope with the loss of your mom during like milestone days, like Mother Day and birthdays? Like, what are you doing to cope with that?
Well, I try to stay. I'm gonna go ahead because I see my battery is actually very very low. I don't want it to cut you off, but for me, what I it's kind of challenging, Lamar, and it's hard. I mean, it's like I'm just really existing, but I am finding myself reading my Bible every night,
Mm,
playing praise and worship music, trying to stay positive, making sure I get up and go to work so that I won't dwell too much on it, but I didn't realize it, but my coworkers did. When it get close to this time, they said that they could tell my whole personality shifts, and they say they don't think I'm even realizing how much it shifts. And I told them, yeah, it's for me. I do get sad because watching somebody suffer and then watching them transitioning to go home and the things they share and the things they say and the cry, it can be traumatic. And you guys, Lamar may not have told you all, but I lost my dad the same year on the 30th of October. And then while I'm at my dad's funeral, my mom passed November 6th. Her birthday was November 3rd. So that was back to back. So it's really been traumatic for me. It's the grace of God that's really helping me get through this. So it really is hard. And then when I go to visit my mom, I'm not just seeing my mom. Lamar, mom is right next to Lamar, youngest brother is right next to my mom. Then his mom is next to his youngest brother. So for me, I really love my family. I love them so so much, and just to watch all of them pass. My grandmother had 11 children, only two is alive, and so just watching them just go and leave us like this, it's really been hard. But like I said, through the grace of God, He's keeping me mentally, and He's sustaining me through it. So I just believe, with time, I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be all right. And I try to go through therapy. It's a church group I go through to get grief counseling from. So that's what I'm doing to try to get over it. Not get over it, but move forward.
mm,
So do you find that counseling is helping in a way?
Some days, yeah, but some days no, because the group I'm in, man, I'm thinking these people just recently lost their loved ones, but it's been like 20 years, and to
mm,
see them still grieving at this point in life, I'm like, Lord, will I ever be able to move on from this? So I do believe I'll heal. I do believe I'll get through it, but
I didn't think it would take a toll on me like it has taken a toll on me. I really miss my mom. I really miss your mom. And I definitely miss my dad. And I just sometimes feels like I have nobody earthly that really I can sit down and talk to just comfort me sometime, to ask me, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Like they say, when that person go in the ground, the call stops. The concern stops. Nobody asks you anymore how you doing. They just assume you're okay, but you're not really okay. You're not really okay because, like I said, and then Lamar, you also know we lost Nisi the 29th.
Yeah.
So to just have that kind of back to back death like that for me is traumatic. But see, because it may not have happened to anybody else like that, I don't know. They move on, but I'm moving on. I promise you I am. But I do have my moments.
I would say, and I'm not giving advice, I'm just saying, if you are surrounding yourself with people that are not giving you the positivity that you need to put your mindset in a better mindset, then it would probably be a good suggestion just to get around someone else, get another type of counseling, because grief hits you it hits you in different ways. But I found that, just for me, my own personal, I found that when I surround myself with more positivity, even when it's people that are grieving, if they are presenting themselves in a positive light and they're giving me better tools of how to cope with my feelings, then I think it just kind of helps a lot better. I know her phone went off.
Yeah, she said her phone
But
was dying.
uh-huh. But yeah, because it's hard to heal when you're around others that are not healed, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Um,
it makes sense.
and if you have someone that's really haven't moved past, and I'm not even gonna say move past, you found ways to cope with your grief, because we all grieve different, and I will never tell anyone how to grieve. We all grieve different. We all go through these moments. You can go to highs and lows and the in betweens, but I feel like when you find something that is positive, when you pour your all into something positive, it kind of helps you cope with those type of things a lot better.
Okay. BT or Jen, one of y'all want to answer that?
All right, BT, you can go. You gotta get.
Um, like definitely lots of prayer, and my mother loved Roberta Flack, so I'll be
Yeah,
listening to a lot of Roberta Flack music, and
Okay.
basically, just reminiscing, going over looking at old pictures, good times that we had, things like that. Um, One thing I don't do is celebrate death days. You know what I'm saying? I only celebrate birthdays and Mother's Days and stuff like that. So I always want to remember the good times, all
Okay.
the laughs we had. Hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't remember what I remember the month my mama passed, and I don't remember exactly the date. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's a day I want to forget. So what's up for you?
Well, I know for myself, my mother, she passed away the day after her birthday. So it's a little challenging having a death and birthday right next to each other. So what happens is if it makes for a long 2 days because I'm thinking about her, as far as her birth, and then I'm thinking about, okay, well then she died the following day. Um, as far as like the dates. And so I have a tendency to get with my sisters, one in particular. We agree together. We cry, and we talk about her. And sometimes, because for me personally, just by myself, I have the summers off. My mother passed away in the summer. So what I appreciate is having that time to grieve without being around people at work. And
yeah,
I just deal with it. privately. A lot of times, if I'm not talking to family, I'll just deal with it alone, and I may just sit in a quiet place like a park, and I'll just think of her, and I'll just allow myself to feel the memories of when she passed, and missing her. I'll calculate, oh, if she was still here, she would be this age, you know, by now. And it just, I have a lot of thoughts, and it is difficult sometimes for me because some years back, I don't too much go through this now, but some years back, I had friends that were older than me whose mothers were still alive. And I would be like, wow, like, you don't know how blessed you are. Like, you're older than me and your mother's still here. You don't know how blessed you are. And I would always just, kind of have my feelings like, you know, just love your mother, talk to her every day because I wish I could still talk to mine. And I would, not try to pull people into my pain, but I would try to just, during those times, just say, hey, I wish my mom was still here, value yours, because one day you're going to have to face that if the natural order happens if she leaves first. So I think I struggle probably more on her birthday just because her death day was the following day. And for Mother's Day, I don't really go through a lot of grief as much because I focus on the fact that I'm a mother myself. So I don't really um have a lot of extra feelings because I'm grateful that I'm one. And I remember how great of a mother I had, but it's always her birthday that I probably struggle with the most.
Yeah, and I would say I'm kind of more like BT now. This is just gonna be my first Mother's Day without my mom, and then her birthday is in September. So I got 2 days coming up that I gotta, prepare, get mentally prepared for. So but what I've been doing lately is doing a lot of writing and just writing music and songs and last week I tried my hand at comedy for the first year. I tried
That
my hand
was
at comedy. I actually
yeah.
got on stage and
How did that work out?
Oh wow. He did amazing. He
and,
did really good.
and
Like
I was just coming out the top with it, coming
yeah.
out the dome with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start. But I had been already writing some jokes and stuff down that I was trying to give to other guys to do, and then I found said, oh I can do this myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thinking back to what my mom said, if just
Try.
let's try.
Mm-hmm.
You never know
Don't
as you
give up
try.
on what you really want to do.
And the crowd responded well, man. For my first time,
Yeah.
it was actually a roast. And one of the guys who pulled reform for the guy that was roasting, he didn't come up. So I said, I'll come in there and roast you.
And that you did. You killed it.
Yeah, so
You
I
did
had
great.
fun, man. So, but mostly for me, I just be writing, man, and I just listen to music, man. And sometimes I just get emotional, and sometimes you can't be, sometimes you can't be afraid to show emotions. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
For
A lot of
sure.
time for us men, we feel like we got to hold everything in all the time. You know what I'm saying? But when you're alone, it's okay, man. It's okay to cry around some people you trust.
That you
To me,
trust,
I say
right?
you trust us.
Right, of course.
Yeah, because you don't want nobody saying, stop crying, you acting like a little baby. I mean, this is, you know what I'm saying? I'm really grieving here, you know what I'm saying? So most of the time I do it when I'm alone. I put on a song or something that, like you say, BT, your mom like Roberta Flack. I put on some songs. My mom like gospel music and stuff like that. I'll put on some songs and just reminisce for a minute, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Then I get myself together and come on back, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I do.
Yeah, it is important that you do have people around you that will support you because I know what the word of God says about, a friend loveth at all times. You mourn with those who mourn, you rejoice with those who rejoice. And I had some experiences when my mom passed of a couple of people that were really close to me that I was kind of surprised at their response. They was like, "Oh, I started to cry, but I know she's in heaven." And I'm like, "My goodness, you're so up in the clouds like you can't even be on the plane of being a human being like cry with me, I don't mind." So I found myself dealing with my grief by myself for a season, and I think over the years I've had a chance to be around people that let me just be a human being and not feel like just because it's been a long time that I can't cry. It's just something that we need to be aware of and experience without feeling shame. It's okay to years later feel pain. It's okay to right when it's fresh and new to feel pain as a man. I think y'all probably get it a little different than we do with the crying and stuff like that. But if people respect the fact that you love that person, you miss them, you should be able to cry and not feel that you're not keeping it together, because loss is not about you don't wish them to be in a better place. It's just more about you miss their presence in your life, you know, um, for the times that's coming, like special events and times, and just your journey in life. You just miss their presence, and I know I miss my mom's presence greatly. Like I truly do. So it's good to have good folks around that really care, that let you grieve
So the next question: what do you
about
miss about Mama the
mom the
most? You wanted to elaborate on that, Latina? I see you hunched up in the chair. You muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, you muted.
Is it
Okay,
up?
there I go. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so my mom is 81 and she's going through dementia, and some days are really hard. It's hard to see her not remembering the things that you would like for her to remember. But at other times is she might remember something that she haven't told anybody. So lately it's been she might tell me something that she had never told anybody else, or she might have a memory from when she were in her younger days that I never knew anything about. So it's been an interesting journey of give and take, of watching my mom. But it's hurtful because this is a part of the journey of the time when they're going to leave. And so it's hurtful because that eventually they won't be here anymore. But I can tell you this, I do cherish all the moments when I see her. I talk to her, she makes me laugh, and I make her laugh, and she might cuss us out in 5 minutes, and then the next minute she says she love you. So you have to learn how to not take things personal when you are on this type of journey. And I don't trade those moments for anyone. And I will say that, like Jenny said, grief takes on it's a whole thing by itself. And no matter who you grieving, if it's a parent, if it's a sibling, if it's a friend, if it's a family member, it is really tough to navigate birthdays and some holidays come up. The most thing that I found, I always go and look at my dad's picture. I always remember the things that he instilled in me because I was 23 when he passed. So I got the gist of having my father basically my life. And so I feel like that he gave me a lot of good tips to navigate through life. And so I just remember that, and I try to remember the good times. And um with my mom, I always try to remember the good times. I never tell her, do you remember? I just tell her, she say something. I'm like, well, girl, yeah, we just dap it up and laugh, and I try to make the best memories for her now. And so we take a lot of pictures. I always want to snap a picture with her, and she want to have her lipstick on. Oh, that's another thing. My mom was really adamant. She's really adamant about having her lipstick on when she take pictures. She want her wig on when she take her picture. She's really a class act lady. So she don't like to take. She be like, girl, I got to put some lipstick on. I'm not taking that picture. So those are the funny things. But so that's what I remember the most about my mama: the dressing up and the class act lady. That's the memories that I want to cherish when God decides to take her on home.
Okay.
Um, what I miss my mother, like I'm a sports guy. I love talking sports, and man, and people think I would get that from my dad, but I actually get it from my mother. Mother's a huge Houston Rockets fan and a huge tennis fan, and I miss talking Rockets with her. And my mother was a tennis expert, and like if a young player is come up and coming, my mother would tell me she's not that good,
Yeah,
or or she's real good. Like she told me, like the first time I saw Naomi Osaka, my mother said she's gonna be good. Every time, first time we saw Coco Golf, she's gonna be good. You know, and then but when we saw like Taylor Townsend, she says she's all right. She's not gonna be that good. That's what I really miss talking to my mother. We start talking and just get, next thing you know, an hour, 2 hours have passed. Miss talking to her about sports and what's going on in life.
Mm.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And every time you think of something, you could think, "Oh, Mama wouldn't like this person," because you can hear her talking to you in your head that this person ain't gonna
Absolutely.
be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Okay,
I,
that's awesome. Let's see. What do you miss most about your mother?
um, like I said, my mom was into sports too. I can remember her the last game we watched together, Falcons and Saints. I had to prop up in the chair to watch
Mm.
it. She just wanted. She don't think she's talking about what Drake London doing. You know what I'm saying? but then she'll get tired and she want to lay down. You know, so I'll miss those moments going to her house. Watching the game. We meet up over there watching the game, play cards. They play cards, and the
Yeah.
men be in the living room watching the game, and all the food in the kitchen, and those are the days that I'm a
Mm.
miss the most.
Mm.
Just
Mm.
just family time together with her. And she was the type of she was that mother. She was that person in the family that got the family together. Like
yeah,
she was the family magnet. She was that, like, it was her and everybody branch out the other way, but she was that able to be that glue in the family that bring everybody together. And let everybody know, just we need to get together, y'all. We ain't got together in a minute. It's time to get together. Christmas celebrations. Um,
Mm.
she put a lot of effort into it. She fun games. We didn't just get together on Christmas. She made sure we had activities and stuff like that, so we can
yeah,
engage. Yeah, so we can actually engage with each other and bring. Looking back on it, it was a plan she had. What I'm saying,
yeah.
to bring us closer together and not just have us in the same place at the same time, but actually interacting with each other. So I'm going to miss that the most about her. So
May I add to that? I'm I'm a miss about her is when everybody be playing cards, she walk around with her the little bag with her coins in, and she be sashaying around. I'm gonna miss that. Like that, just that I think of her and I remember that she would just float around and just she was a sweetie. So I'm definitely gonna miss her. I miss that about her. On a personal level, for me with my mom was a fun person, so I'm gonna miss. And what I do miss the most about her is her just her social self. My mother and father used to throw a lot of parties, and my mother just she would. I just remember seeing her dancing, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
miss her happiness. I'm gonna just miss her ability to have a good time. My mother was heavy into sports too. She was a Falcons fan. She would host football parties, and it was just I just love to see her happiness, and I'm gonna miss that, and I'm always miss that about her. And just one other small thing is just sitting in the back seat of the car, just as a child, looking at her, just my view of her from sitting in the back seat of the car. I will watch her through the mirror, their mirror with their look in the rear mirror, and
yeah.
I would just watch her. And she was such a lady. She would have her shades on, she'd have her hat on, and she was so classy. And she always had a rose in her windshield, like in her car. And my mother drove big cars, and she drove Cadillacs and Buicks, and she was just an amazing person. I used to love to just watch her. So I miss her happiness, how she just carried herself like a lady, and I just miss those attributes about her. Um, she was a fun person, so I miss that the most about her.
Okay,
Do
it's
you think?
go ahead.
Do
Go
you
ahead.
think that those type of things attribute to your success when it comes to your career and your creativity? Do you think you get those traits from your mom?
I do because she was a very she was well rounded. Um she had a way of just dealing with life and people in a way that was she was very spiritual, so I give her that. But it I just everything that she did gave me building blocks for how I am when I'm at work, how I am when I'm just in social settings. um she knew how much fun to have, and she knew when to tone it down. She was just a well-rounded person, and it gave me an example in a way of how to move in any places that I'm in. And so she really showed me the way, without realizing that I was watching her real close. I so yeah, I would say that she really definitely gave me a blueprint for how to be, and I adored her. Like, I adored my mom.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah, I love that.
Next question is there something mama used to do that you find yourself doing now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a good
it's
question.
a trait she gave you, and you just taking it with and running with it. For me, it's like being like a kind of like a neat freak or and crafty. My mom was very crafty with her hands. She can make stuff, man. She'll take a liquor bottle and put some lights in it, and 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 have it and have the lights coming out like it's pouring. And she's, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying, have it. No,
Nice
it
stuff.
was some neat stuff she used to make with her hand. So I would say I was just good with your hands and just being a clean person. A lot of dudes just ain't clean dudes. You know? When I say clean, I'm talking about like clean up a lot. You know, since make sure
Yeah.
everything neat in the house and stuff like that. That's usually not a trait, a man trait. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because and sometimes I don't clean up a lot.
Yeah, I know.
But sometimes that mama get in me and I just start cleaning up from one room to the next room, and I clean the whole house up. You know what I'm saying? Like mama used to do. She taught us, how to do.
No, you're a very neat person. Like, when I first met you, I'm like, we we were comparing pictures of how we keep our clothes in our drawer, and everything is just like nice, neat, and folded,
Yeah,
color
yeah.
coordinated. I'm like, okay.
And that was some that's something mama taught me, like making the bed up. Like
Yeah.
you just can't make the bed up. You have to, both sides have to be even.
That's right.
It has to be even on both
Yep.
sides. You can't have no wrinkles in it.
Yep.
And that's how I make up my bed now. So
And you'll do that even right before you know you're getting ready to get in it. You
yeah,
smooth it out, and
smooth
then
it
it's
out.
like, okay, we can return back down.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I don't know. I think for me, I find myself when I just deal with children. Like, I remember how my mom used to talk to me. I know how I deal with the students at the school where I work, and I speak to them in the same manner, which is almost like it's stern, but it's in a way that's helpful and like no nonsense. Like, I know you five, but you know what? This is what you need to be doing. Like, I don't don't, like, don't do this, don't do
Mm-mm.
that. I just talk like I'm mother talk. I just shoot it straight, knowing you got common sense, even though you five. And I just make sure that the old school ways that she talked to me and my sisters, I talk to children that way. I don't care if it's my children, somebody else's children. I just talk to people like the little ones the same way. So
Mm.
I got that from her. I find myself carrying that same type of demeanor when it comes down to communicating. So yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Me is cooking now. I've been I done really stepped up my cooking game over the last few years. On Sundays, I can make gumbo, I can make red beans and rice, I can make uh, oxtails, and I can always barbecue because I'm from Texas, so that's my birthright. So, but like, but like now I'm making like stuff like crawfish etouffee and
Mm,
and things like
fancy
that.
stuff.
It like a lot of South Texas, Louisiana delicacies I'm making now. You know, like shrimp Creole. You know, salmon croquettes, everything. Now I can really cook because my mother could really
Well,
throw down.
we need to trip that trip to Houston and holler at you then, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should have came to see you this weekend.
I know,
Yeah, I'll make it
right?
happen. I can make it happen, man. And I get that directly from my mother. Because my father, let me tell you something. In my 18 years in the house, I saw my father make like two meals. One was like pork and beans, and
Oh my
then
goodness.
and the other one was like, another one was like, some sort of beans and rice. That was the only
Oh
thing my father
Lord,
ever made. But,
Bless
but
his
like,
heart.
so I definitely get it from my mother.
Oh,
that is awesome.
wow.
I think I get my laughter, my creativity, and my love for music from my mama. Um, we've always had music in our house. Any kind of music she played, we always had music. So for me, like I can sit up and listen to Betty Wright and just be so happy because I know that's somebody my mama likes to listen to. So I'll
Mhm.
listen to it and be like, "Oh, mama, let me call mama and see what she doing. Maybe she want to hear this music, Or if we're riding in the car, be like, Mama, you want to hear this? You want to hear some Johnny Taylor?" And I'm just as happy because I know that makes her happy. But that's the music that I grew up on because I'm a '70s kid, and I think I get that from my mama. My mom was she was creative. She always made sure we had what we needed. Um, I had a stay-at-home mom, thank God, and she was just there. She was there. So, and she took care of everybody. So I think that's where I get that mentality of wanting to take care of others from my mom. Just like
Mhm.
you, Jenny, I did teach preschool for 16 years, so I know all about talking to the 5-year-old, real
Yep.
stern. Um,
With
so I can
love,
really,
but just like
yes,
shoot 'em
with
straight.
love, yes, with love, but yes, so I know about that part too. And so those are the things that I take away. I take away from I go to work every day and I dress up and I work in a semi corporate environment. But it's others that don't dress up and they be like, "Why do you dress up every day?" Because that's an example that I had in my life.
Mm,
I watched my mama. I told you they go pay bills and be dressed up.
mm.
She got it
And my
going
mom
Wow.
would make
on.
sure she was together and she'd have her hair together and have her, everything would be together. And my dad would open the car doors for her and treat her like a lady. And that was the example that I had. So for me to do anything else less than that, I'd be like, no,
Right,
no, you
right.
want me to? I'm coming to a job interview, so I'm going to dress up really nice for that. It's just
Right.
different things that your parents instill in you and that you will always take with you. So
That's
I
right.
really attribute to this journey of being an author and also of being a spoken word artist and my laughter and my creativity. I contribute that to my mom.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I noticed the one thing that most folks get from their mom, it's the music, the
Mhm.
love of that music. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of like a lost thing now,
Yeah.
sitting around the adults back then. Well, the music has changed now.
Yes.
The music was less disrespectful than back
Right.
then, so
Right.
Right.
they could
Well,
listen to music around it.
well,
You
My mom used
well.
to listen to the good stuff, that good old
I'm listening
music,
to some
OJ.
things, Rob.
So I don't even know if
I'm
you want
listening to
kids
some
sitting
things in
around
my
listening
life.
to music mama listen to now. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying?
Oh my.
So
But my mama, but hold on, my mama liked Tupac and Biggie, and my
Mm.
mama was that mama. She she loved Tupac, baby. We could cut on California Love, and it's about to go
I'm
down.
talking about back in our younger days. You know what I'm saying? We were
Yeah.
teenagers and children.
Yeah, my mom used to listen to Patti LaBelle, the OJ.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. It just
anything. I'm gonna tell you, any
God.
music. I've heard it all. Johnny Taylor, um, Betty Wright.
She used to play. I don't even know that lady's. Anita Bell, Ring My Bell. She used to play that all the time. She used to love. What's his name? The one that sing Caribbean Queen. She played that all the
Billy
time.
Ocean.
Billy Ocean.
Yeah, Billy Ocean, baby. She used to play
Yeah.
him back to back.
Yeah.
So, and I love that because I know that in any moment I could cut this music on, and that's going to remind me of a time with my mom.
Mhm.
And so, like you said, Rob, you making music, and your son makes music. You're making things that's going to be timeless for someone else. They're going to think of a time that at this very moment I was listening to this song and this thing happened or this good thing happened. So yeah, those are the good times. Those are the things that I will always cherish. I love being a 70s born baby. I just think that life was different. My mama had me when she was 31 and now I'm 51. So I am very blessed to still have her, and I try to,
Yes.
try to
Yes.
make every day. I try to, to call her and talk to her. I don't talk to her every day, but I call her and talk to her, and I go down there and I see her. She stays with my little sister. So she's there just down the street, literally from me. And so I try to spend as much time as I can. And every time she asks me, she'll ask me 10 times the same question, and I'll tell her the same answer 10 times. I sure will. And I don't get mad. She'll say, "Baby, did you work today? Is you still working?" I'm like, "I still work, Mama. I went to work. I didn't go to work yesterday and I was over there with her." And she said, "You're not going to work today?" I said, "No, my mom on vacation." I said, "My birthday is tomorrow." She said, "Girl, your birthday tomorrow." She said, "How old you gonna be?" I said, 51. She said, "Lord, I'm getting old." And so it's just funny. And when you're able to think back on those type of conversation and things that your mom told you, and you will find yourself telling your kids that, or you'll find like my mom always says, take care of people, take care of others. She's always taking care of us, and she's always taking care of everybody. We was the house, Rob. Everybody came to our house. Everybody came to eat. We don't have it no more. Our family don't food with us like that anymore. But that's what happens when you get older sometimes. But I had that growing up. So my
Oh,
mama, she fed us. She made that potato salad, and y'all, I finally have perfected her potato salad. So now I know how to make it. So I'm
what
really
you
excited
what
about
you what
that.
you were doing wrong? Putting raisins in
No, no,
it?
no, sir, no, sir, no, sir.
Oh my gosh.
No raisins in the potato salad. But I finally, they just, older people don't cook with instructions. They cook with a pinch of this and a pinch of that, and
Mhm.
they knew exactly what to put in. And so
Exactly.
I've gotten there. I cook like that. I put a pinch of this and a pinch of that, and I paid attention a lot to my mom, how she cooked for us and how she made sure our clothes was clean, and we had breakfast and stuff every morning before school. And so, those are the type of things that were instilled. So
That's awesome.
All right, Nina, you back with us?
Yeah, I had to let my phone get a little bit juice, a little more juice.
Okay,
It's not it's
Welcome
not
back.
fully charged.
okay, we will roll with you longer. We got you then. Is that something your mama used to do that you find yourself doing now?
Um, yeah, probably. Mama had a habit of sitting like this a lot, so now I'm finding myself like this a lot,
Mm.
and that means to me, when she was doing it, she had a lot on her mind. So that's it. I just find myself doing the same thing now, reminiscing mentally and thinking about a lot of stuff.
So you got a lot of stuff on your mind now.
Well, I mean, Lamar, come on
I
now.
mean, I understand what they're saying.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff on my mind.
I'm talking
Hmm.
about the stuff that you can control. You know what I'm saying? See, some of the
Um.
stuff we talk about, we really can't control it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about could
Okay.
that be, you know?
Yeah, it's controllable.
Okay, did you answer the question, Jen?
I did.
You did. What you said? Oh, you didn't
Yeah, I
answer the question.
did. I
You didn't answer the
did.
question. So the next question is, do you feel like there's a charge on your life to live up to her standard? Do you feel like
Absolutely.
I got
Yes,
it?
I
You know
do.
what I'm saying? Like you living up to a standard. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I do.
Absolutely.
I think for me, there was one situation that happened in her life, and it has to do with um just still being the person that you are. So she
Yeah.
went through a transition with where she was living from one house to another. So she was living in a house, then she moved into a rental house with my dad, and then that was a transition house before they bought their final house before she passed. And I'll never forget when she was living in that house, she had fixed it up really good, put nice blinds in it, all this stuff. And so she at the time she was hoping that this house would be um, a, a, a leased purchase house. So the owner decides, no, you're not going to do that. I'm going to sell it to somebody else, blah, blah, blah. So my mother, when she was getting ready to move her, and my dad, I said, you know what? I said, if I were you, I would take down every blind I put up in that house. I would take everything that I put in that house that you enhanced it with and just take it with you. And she looked at me. She said, Jennifer, she said, it's okay. She said, God gonna bless me. And I'm not worried about that. She can have those blinds. She said, it's okay. And she didn't say it with an attitude. She was so sweet about it. And sure enough, she did. Her and my dad, a house was bought for them. They did not have to pay for it, and they
Wow.
moved, and and it was a gift to them. And so, with that being said, the standard for me is that no matter how people treat you, um, it's not that you're a doormat. Let me be clear. It's not that you're a pushover, but allow people to do what they're going to do where it does not change you, because God will always bless you. So that
Yeah.
standard of not allowing people who may have wronged me or done something against me to make me be different, where I would be vindictive or anything like that. You just let God take care of that. And so I always think about that. That was one thing of many things that I learned from her. That's like a standard of how to just be within myself, dealing with people that may not do right by me, because we all experience that. We will have times when somebody doesn't do the right thing by you, and you just have to be that person that you're supposed to be and how you deal with it. And so that standard of trusting God is something that I feel like that's a charge on my life.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody? Yeah. Do anybody else feel like you got a charge on your life? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to live up to a standard, mama's standard now. Like I got to carry it. I got to carry this across the goal line, the finish line.
Yeah. Um, my mom always tell me I could be whatever I want to be. And she always tell me don't give up. And so I feel like the call and the charge is to finish what I started.
Mm.
And pray to God that she's still here to see it in fruition. Yeah.
What about you, BT?
Um. Oh, am I muted? Okay. No. All right. A charge on life. Now let me tell you. Let me tell you what my motivation was to like. I was raised right, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee anything.
Right.
But I stayed out of trouble for one motivation only. I never wanted to call my mother and tell her I was in jail. I never
Yeah.
wanted to do that. I always thought it would break her heart. That's why I never did any crime, any real crime. Uh, but like,
Hold on. Any crime? Hold on. Go ahead. I'm
yeah,
just messing with you.
that's why I never wanted my mother to have to tell a story. Brett's in jail. Brett's in jail. You know, or have to do that because I know it would kill her. So like so that I made it my mission to to handle my business and and live on the straight and narrow path and really try to live up to the standard that she set for us.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, what about you, Nina?
Um, Repeat the question.
Do you feel like you have a charge on your life now? To live up to Auntie's standards, or is there a charge on your life? You feel like there's a not I won't say a burden, but a more of like a charge, like still what she was about. So I got to be about this now. Like I gotta carry this on.
Well, after mama passed, and I mean, after dad passed, after Nisi passed, dad, mama, and then your mom passed, I just had a charge on my life. I felt from God to rededicate my life to Him, to repent and go before Him and ask for forgiveness, and just ask Him to restore my life and come back into my life. I mean, which He never left, I left Him. So that was the charge that I had, because after seeing all of this stuff going on, in the world, and what was going on with our family, I just felt like I had a charge to rededicate myself to Christ, because you just never know what's gonna happen. You never know. I don't want to say who's next, but you just never know. So I just felt like I'd rather be in Christ if I go than be without Christ if I go. So that was my charge, to recommit myself to Christ.
Oh, okay.
And that's what my mama did. I asked her,
Mhm.
Mama, did you get everything okay? And she looked at me. I said, do you know what I'm talking about? Did you talk to God and get everything in order and get everything right with Him? And she said, yeah, I just don't want y'all to be sad. So I made a commitment to do the same thing.
That's
Okay.
beautiful.
That's what's up.
I love
And
it.
for me, mine is pretty much all of what you guys said. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I have a charge on my life to continue with my dream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter what my age, no matter, because sometimes you society tell you um, there's a certain time you're supposed to do stuff, certain period you're supposed to do it in your life,
Right.
and we waste a lot of years, of our life, really not pursuing what your gift in the area of your gift. We spend a lot of time not pursuing that, and I think
Yeah.
I feel like I have a charge on my life to um, continue to elevate what I'm doing. No matter how long it takes. And just leave it in God's hand. If it's going to be, just do my part. Do your part. You know what I'm saying? Do your part and let God do His part. That's the
Yeah.
charge I feel like I have on my life. And
Yeah,
continuing
because you
to
gotta keep singing.
yeah, and continuing to be available for the family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When the family's doing some, try to make time to be a part of it, because that's what she was about. Trying to make sure the family is still intact as best she could. I think she left here. She left here. I think that was one of the biggest concerns that she had when she left here. Like, she was kind of burdened about some relationships she couldn't mend. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? With some family members, they fell out, and I think she did what she could do to make people understand that you have more in common than you have apart. So,
Yeah.
She
like,
were really like she were really like the, I'm sorry, Lamar, your mom was really like the peacemaker in the
yeah,
family. So
yeah,
when she got out of here, I began to start feeling like, what are we gonna do now? What's gonna happen with us now? Are we gonna fall and drift apart? Because she really did. She really was a peacemaker. No matter what conversations I had with her, some was good, some was not good. But at the end of the day, she'll say, "I love you, girl." That's how I love you too, Auntie. even though we didn't agree with a lot of things that we shared personally as far as families and stuff like that, but she really was kind of like a peacemaker. So
Yeah, and that was her thing. She can you put stuff behind you? What can you put stuff behind you for the common good?
mhm.
In a way, So that's what I feel like my charge is. Just to make myself available.
Well, good. So you can get your show, so I can come on and open up for you, and we can live our dreams together and make both our mamas proud.
That
That's
sounds
what
like
we
a
can do
winning ticket.
together.
Okay, well, this might be the last question. What do you think Mama would say to you now? What do you think she would say to you now? You know, what do you think she'd say to you? You know what I'm saying? To me, and I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say I think she would say that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And keep going. Keep going. Don't ever give up as long as God, breathe life into your body. As long as God waking you up,
Yeah.
it's an opportunity for you to be better. To be better with your life and your relationship with God. So I think that was something she would say to me if she was here.
And those are my thoughts exactly. I feel like my mom would be saying the same thing right now that she would say, I'm proud of you, keep going. Don't look to the left or to the right, worrying about what somebody may think or say. Just stay focused. I feel she would say that to me.
All right, Nina, BT. Yeah.
BT.
All right. My mother would say, don't let one door closing discourage you. Just because one door is closed doesn't mean that another one isn't going to open up for you.
Mm.
Stay, make your plan, stick your path, and work it.
Mm.
That's what she would tell me.
I think my mama would probably tell me I deserve to be happy.
Mm.
Find your peace.
Yeah.
And when you find your peace, you take it and you run with it. And I think she would probably tell me to just trust in God. And when I hear, his voice and when he tell me what to do, I need to move on it.
Mm.
All right, Latina, you got something you want
Yeah.
to add to this?
Well, my mama always tells me, um, she always just tells me, don't give up. She tells me to have faith in God. She also tells me that she say I can do whatever I want to do. She said you can do whatever you want to do. Just do it, basically. And so I take that daily. I That's what pushes me daily to to live out this dream that I'm trying to live out. And that pushes me. She was so happy when I told her I do spoken word. And she might ask me 10 times. And I'm going to tell her 10 times because that's our time together. And I love it. If she asks me, she'll say, where are you going? I said, I'm going to get on the mic tonight. I do poetry. She said, you do poetry? I say, yeah. She said, girl, you was always gifted. And so I take that with me wherever I go, that my mom is going to tell me not to give up. Like you said, Rob, pretty much everything y'all said, not to give up, find my peace, you know, get the plan, keep moving. All the things that you guys said is the things that's been instilled in me. And that's what she tells me. Girl, keep on going, girl. You ain't got to worry about people. She tell me, don't worry about people. They ain't gonna like you no way. But long as you just keep on going, keep
Mm-hmm.
God first
Yep.
and keep on going. And
That's
she
right.
tell me that all the time. She said, "Keep what old people say, keep on living." My mama say,
Mm-hmm.
"Keep on living."
Mm-hmm.
So that's our charge, everybody, to keep on living because we got lots to do.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right, y'all. We have come to the 9 o'clock period, y'all. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming
Yes.
on, your
Yes.
comments, and I'm giving everybody a hand, man.
Yes. So appreciated y'all being
I
on.
wanted to do this for maybe, I'm gonna tell you, I really got something out of this, you know what I'm saying? The the nights, the days that I'm, here by myself, all the crying, and I just wanted to hear. I just wanted to hear from other people. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hear from other people. Sometimes, to me, that I thought that would be beneficial, and it was to me to hear other people who going through similar situations that I'm going through. So I appreciate y'all for coming on, sharing with y'all mom, what y'all share. I really appreciate it. It helped me a lot, saying. So we're at the parting comments part where we let everybody say what they want to say. Anything y'all want to say, add to the conversation before you log off. I'll give you the space to do that now. And at the end of the comments, I'm gonna play one of my songs called "I'll Miss You." I wrote this song for my cousin Nina mom, because I remember when me and my mom went and visited her mom in the hospital, not knowing that literally months later that I would be that song would apply to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how that came about. It was the song that I was remember Nina I was telling you about. I wrote a song, and that was the song that I actually wrote that song for your mother, not knowing that months later that I would be dealing with that same feeling. So
Yeah.
y'all go ahead and with y'all parting comments. Who going first?
I'll go ahead and go first. Everyone has had or now has someone they call mama. Primrose Smith, aka 8 Ball from 8 Ball and MJG. Honor your mothers. Give them their flowers while you can, because once they're gone, they're gone. Sometimes you're gonna disagree with mothers. Sometimes you're not gonna understand what they're saying, but over give it time, they usually make sense. So love your mothers, honor your mothers, show them love, give them their flowers while you can, and especially do something special for them this weekend. You never know how many Mother's Days you have left. That's all I got.
Hey man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, my brother.
Awesome.
BT in the building.
Appreciate
Hey man,
you.
I know you kind of. I didn't want to touch on your Rockets, man, yesterday, man.
Come on. Too soon. Too soon. Too soon.
Don't say nothing about the Thunder either.
Man.
All right, Latina. All right, BT man, hold it down, man.
Have
Appreciate
a good night.
Again, man.
Appreciate you.
So thank you guys for letting me come on my birthday.
For sure.
It took a long time.
Yes, again.
It took a long time to get here to 51, and I am blessed to be here. Again, I'm still on this journey of writing this book, and you guys keep me prayed up and send me a message, check on me, ask me, hey, you writing? Because it gets lonely sometimes. Sometimes you get on they call writer's block, where you're not creative, nothing's coming through. But now I think that I'm in a better mindset, so hopefully that book will be pushed out by the end of this year. That's what the goal is. But I appreciate you guys. I don't meet anyone by accident, so I believe that my connection with you guys is a divine appointment. And I appreciate this platform. I appreciate you for listening to me, for allowing me to speak my poetry. I'm sorry, I'm getting teary-eyed. Allow me to speak my poetry and just having a great time. I appreciate this platform. So Rob, and you don't know how much this means to me. And Jenny, girl, I love you.
Oh, love
So
you
I
too.
appreciate y'all for being able to come on this platform. I don't have any poetry tonight, because I'm on vacation. I'm gonna be on vacation.
Celebrate you right now.
I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna have something for you.
She know I'm gonna ask her for something. That's why she don't throw that disclaimer. Put that disclaimer. I ain't got that.
She's taking a break today. It's her day.
Don't even ask me. But anyway, we appreciate you coming on, Latina. Appreciate you.
Yes. So The thing that I can say to you guys is I'm grateful my mom is still here, so I will love and cherish her. And also, even on the days when you feel like it's hard, when the holidays come up, when their birthday comes up, just remember the good times. Play that music.
Mhm.
Listen to some good music that they used to listen to. Make their favorite meal. Those are the things that's going to make you feel good in those moments. And that's all I got for y'all.
All
Mwah.
All
Love
right.
y'all.
right. Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Mwah. Good night.
All righty. All right, Mrs. Nina.
Lamar, you know we close this thing on now. I disagree with that gentleman. The gentleman that was speaking earlier about give them their flowers while they're here. And that was one of my struggles. And that's what I'll share with Pop and Jill. What will we be doing around this time this year? And they was like, what? I said, I'll be running around out trying to find something for mama for Mother Day. Y'all will be cash apping me money saying, get something for mama for Mother's Day. And I say, and I don't have anybody to get anything for this year. And I said, well, I can do Auntie Linda. And then it just came in my spirit, just do your three girls, you know. So I agree with basically everything that basically he said. Love them and do everything you can do for them. Because, boy, when they gone, that's an absence that will greatly be missed for the rest of your life. So, and I appreciate coming on. It helped me some. I
Good.
appreciate it.
And we appreciate
Mhm.
you coming on.
Yes. It was a blessing. A
Okay.
great
And
blessing.
don't forget, we got each other's number, so you don't ever feel like you ain't got nobody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So
Lamar.
it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I think we share some of the same thoughts. You know when it comes to
Mm.
that.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
and sometimes I be wanting somebody to talk. That's why I did this show because I wanted to talk to some people about it. You know, and I
Mhm.
just wanted to make it
Mhm.
public. So in case somebody was
Mhm.
listening,
Yeah.
they can soak it in too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to
Yeah.
share. You have to
Mhm.
share your thoughts and story with people. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just bounce
Yeah.
off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I
Mhm.
want to say I love you.
I
You
love
know what
you
I'm
too,
saying?
Lamar and Jen.
Love you.
So
Yes.
Okay.
you never need anybody to talk to. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And maybe
Yeah.
I shouldn't wait for you. Maybe I should call you sometime and just see
And
how you're doing.
you know, I'm a listening ear. You know,
Oh
I
yeah.
showed you that, you know, hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a tough thing, but you know, when you can lean on other people who get it, it helps
Oh
soothe
yeah.
you. Yeah.
It does. Well, Lamar, y'all pray for Fernando too. I think you know he in the hospital, right?
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay then. Well, okay. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
You're
Okay, thanks for coming
Good
welcome.
on
night.
again.
Good
All right,
night,
Okay.
hon.
Good night. Bye bye.
good night.
Bye.
All right, Jen, it's just me and you. Don't worry about. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh yeah, stop right there. I what I want to say to everyone is that, you know, if your mothers are still alive, um, just give them a call every day. Like, I don't care if you just say, I just call to say hey, and that be it. Um, just ask a lot of questions. There's one thing I wish that I could go back and do is ask my mom a lot of questions about her childhood. Um, you know, questions about how when she first met my dad, stuff like that. Like those are the things that I wish I had more knowledge of. But you know, I can only wonder now about some things. Yeah, I would ask her things about me, like how was I when I was 2? Like was I bad? Was I a bad little girl? Like I
Yeah,
would want to
that's a good
know.
idea. Yeah, like
Yeah.
get it like a documentary of
Mm-hmm.
her questioning,
Video
your
it.
mom. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Cause
video with technology we got now. Yeah,
yeah,
that
because
would have been
once they're
something good.
gone, you will always wonder. So, you know, ask a lot of questions, love on them because you know, according to natural order, if they go first, you're gonna have to say goodbye at some point. So just love on them and just go with your gut. I mean, if you just feel like I want to just stop off and see my mom today, just do it. And it could be just because you don't have to have a special occasion. Do it just because. You know, I did it a few times and I have no regrets about those moments. I'm glad that I did. I just do wish I could have asked her a lot more questions. So just give her flowers while she's here And those who've lost their moms, just hold on. There are other people who feel the same way, and just, lean in on those people, and, and know it's okay. You have permission to grieve for 30, 40 years if that's what it is. It's okay.
Yeah, I got this shirt I'm wearing, y'all. It's a shirt. The shirt I'm wearing is it's my grandmother. It's my grandmother and all her sisters. So the tree started from a bunch of trees got started. You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We hope y'all have an awesome Mother's Day. For those who mothers are here, those who mothers are gone on. Go and enjoy. Find a way to enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? Just love on your mama if she's still here, man. And if your mom here, man, just go. Do your rituals. Not rituals, but go to the graveside and just find a way to honor your mom, man. If it's just a post on YouTube or Spotify, not Spotify, but TikTok or something like that. Just do something to honor your mom, man. Just bring the family together in honor of your mom. If she's not here, just continue to do the things that she used to be about. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's pretty much what I want to say about that.
And I want to say to all women who are mothers, happy Mother's Day. You're
happy
special.
Mother's Day.
Yes.
To all you mothers out there. Yes. Y'all, ladies, y'all treat yourself. Y'all are. We sometimes we get caught up in ourselves, and we don't take the time to just appreciate the mothers out here, man. Especially the mothers, out here doing it the right way. Even the mother who ain't doing it the right way, we praying for you. You know what I'm saying, that you mend all the fences that y'all have, all the broken fences that y'all got. Just take the time to just appreciate your mom on this weekend.
Yeah.
And we're gonna play this song that I'll Miss You, man. It's the song that I wrote, man. So y'all listen, y'all do it. This is what y'all do. Y'all take that song. Y'all can go get it on YouTube, not YouTube, but Spotify. Y'all can get it out the search box on Facebook, Instagram, and just post a picture of your mom if she's not with you with this song. Listen, and with that being said, we love y'all. Y'all can't do nothing about it.
Nope.
Hold on, I did that wrong, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm about to say. Okay, y'all. First of all, we give y'all a hand with a thank y'all for coming in, commenting, sharing. Thank y'all.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And we love y'all. And guess what?
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
Bye.
Peace out, y'all.
Thinking back on all the time we shared together. When I was young, I didn't see this day, no, never. Was hoping we could get to live forever. But God, He be making plans for the better. And now you gone away, left me with something to say that I should have said and I didn't say. Gotta talk to you when I pray. I'm gonna try to be strong till He come for me and pick me up and carry me home. I'll miss you every day. Nothing I can do to take the pain away. Said I'll miss you. The memory, whenever I'm alone, it's just you and me. I'll miss you. I'll be okay, knowing that you're resting in a better place. Said I'll miss you every day. Nothing I can do to take the pain away. Said I'll miss you. The memories, whenever I'm alone, it's just you and me. miss you. I'll be okay, knowing that you're resting in a better place. Now every day of my life, I'll try to live it right. And as long as I have a heart, we will never be apart. When I was feeling so alone, I would call you on the phone. You said everything would be okay if I kneel down and pray. I'll miss you every day. Nothing I can do to take the pain away. Said I'll miss you, the memory. Whenever I'm alone, it's just you and me. I'll miss you. I'll be okay, knowing that you're resting in a better place. Said I'll miss you every day. Nothing I can do to take the pain away. Said I'll miss you. The memories, whenever I'm alone, it's just you and me. I'll miss you. I'll be okay, knowing that you're resting in a better place. I'll miss you.